right, we are here for the second of 4 games, the NEYT Championship weekend, as it's the Worcester Vikings taking on the Ocean State Elite here in the 14U Standard Championship game. Tim Duffy on the call here this afternoon for Fans Only Sports Network. This game started about 15 minutes early, the conclusion of our first game ending early as well. So Worcester and Ocean State going to kick off well before the 12 p.m. predicted kickoff that we were going to have. So, or not predicted, but scheduled kickoff. So kicking off first are the Vikings. And we are underway. A squib kick here. It's going to go towards the sideline, picked up at the 35-yard line, and dropped at about 49. That is where Ocean State will begin their first drive today. Man down as well for the Vikings, the 48-yard line. And I had my head down, but everyone was saying, get on a knee, and it's the reason why. First injury of this game. We had a couple in the first game on this brown field. We're coming just 6 seconds into the contest. Tyler Eke was a little bit slow to get up there on the game's first injury. Now Ocean State, their first play from scrimmage. Let's see what they got in their bag here. 1st and 10. Man in motion. Hand it off and trying to get around the outside there. And losing yardage on that play was Sam Brady Collar, who loses a couple on first play of the game. Nathan Parra is the starting quarterback for the Ocean State Elite today. First play for him goes negative, though. Actually, they actually give him a yard, so 2nd and 9. A little bit surprising there. Got a bunch of guys in the backfield here. 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 3rd down for the first time today for the Ocean State Elite. It's Sam Brady Collar again. Can't get much. They actually say he lost a yard there, so now it's 3rd down and 10 again. Parra in the shotgun. First 3rd down day. Let's see what they got in their bag here. Parra looking under pressure. He is going to get sacked by a swarm of Vikings right there. For a big-time loss. In there for the Vikings was Tyree Smallwood. Then it was Cole Hardy, I believe it was, who were able to bring Parra down for the sack, and it's a huge loss on the play, a loss of 4. So now 4th down and 14. They're going to punt. We didn't see any punts in the first game. 13U game. Here is the kick. Goes up in the air. It's a little bit of a wobbler and took a bounce at about the 40 and doesn't go too well for the Vikings here. So stop the clock with 9:17. And that is the first 3 and outs today for either team. Vikings are going to have their first possession now at the 41-yard line. First set of downs. Here is the fake to one man. Give it to the other back here and lost a couple on that play. So Ariella Robinson is the quarterback here for the Vikings. That was a loss of 2 on that first down play. Second down, about a loss of 1. Second down, 11. Robinson, he's going to throw, rolling out, redirects to his left, pulls it down, he'll take off and run out of bounds after a gain of 2 on the play. Only got a couple there, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. So first third down today for Worcester now. Third and 9. Got 3 receivers split out to the right. Robinson's going to throw. Looked that way and now goes back to his left again. Redirects down the field. Throws across his body, middle of the field. Incomplete. Bad decision there. It was a risky one at least. Looking for Ryan Pagnazzi. And didn't really have a chance. Broken up that time by James Harris-Fairley. Now it's 4th down, and it looks like they're going to punt, just like Ocean State did on that first possession. Let's see, though. And, yeah, they are going to punt. So, 2 drives, 2 punts is what it looks like. They're going to get a false start first, though. Against the Vikings, it's what appears to be. Push it back 5 yards. First flag today against Worcester. Gets the Ocean State Elite fans hyped up in their home state. Fourth down, 14. The punt goes over the snap. The snap did, and then it gets rocked. It's going to get returned, though. This is a weird punt. It gets returned out to the 35. He didn't let it bounce. Instead, Wilfredo Diaz made the catch and started to take off with it. That was one of the more interesting punts you might ever see at any level of football. Snap over the head of the punter. And Diaz, who is listed here on the roster as an assistant coach. I believe that was him. On the return, and Ocean State will start at the 35-yard line. So, some great starting field position for the Elites. Man in motion. Going to toss. Coming near side with a couple of blockers. First down and a whole lot more. Flag is down. This is going to be a touchdown for Harris-Fairley, but it will not count This is going to come back. Almost surely. There's a flag down on a running play, and I think we all know what that means. And James Harris Fairley is going to lose the touchdown there. So the flag's at the 30-yard line. And this will push it back to the 40 now. And 1st and 10, not even 1st and 10, but the touchdown now becomes 1st and 15. And tough break for the Ocean State Elite on their first play of their second drive here today. And you can't make those types of mistakes. The center is Parr. He'll toss it again to Harris Fairley, and Harris Fairley gets a little bit of a hole that time. Lowers the shoulder and down to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 40-yard line. So I should say they didn't really do anything offensively on that first drive. That's their best play of the game for sure up to this point. Harris Fairley got the flag right there. Gets his first carry today, a 5-yard gain. Neither team has attempted a pass. Actually, that's a lie. The Vikings actually just did. Or they were going to, but complete. Yeah, so they did attempt a pass. My apologies. Parra, he'll throw this time, going deep. Got a man. It is caught. Touchdown. Carlos Reyes. Ocean State, what a way to go in front for the first score today. And Parra put it right on the money, 35 yards. .35-yard touchdown for Reyes, and now going for two are the Ocean State Elite. Looking to get an octopus here on their first scoring drive today. That's, touchdown, then 2-point conversion, but Parra looking under pressure, throws off his back foot. It is caught, and they get two. And I believe that was Andrew Rodriguez who makes the catch. Makes an 8-0 game here for the Ocean State Elite in the Ocean State. So, Ocean State Elite, they scored on the first play. The drive got taken back for a hold, and then they score a few plays later. Nathan Parra showing off his skill set at quarterback. That ball just hung up in the air, but Reyes tracking it down, making the catch, and putting the Elites in front. Here is a short kick, return from the 30. Trying to cut inside and gets down to the 38 on the return. That's where the Vikings are going to start their second drive. They have to punt on their first. Let's see what Ariella Robinson has for the second Worcester drive. Head coach Jonathan Roper trying to get his boys back out in the field with some confidence after letting that big-time touchdown up. From the 39, Robinson looks, throws it near side. This one caught, diving for the catch. Elijah Kelly comes down with it, and it may have been better off dropping it. Now they do say incomplete because it would have been a loss of about 3 anyways. Oh for 2 through the air, Robinson. Kelly's first target today. Robinson with 2 backs again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, fires left side. It is caught for a first down for Ramil Ocasio-Minor. Big gain there on the slant, and Robinson puts it right on the money across midfield, the 48-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. First completion for Robinson, Ocasio-Minor with his first catch. That was a pretty play there. First snap for the Vikings on the plus side of the field now. Handoff right up the middle, and Justin Vick able to get about a yard on that play. And that's what they'll give him, with just a yard. 2nd and 9 now, so that's the first carry for Vick. So Vick and Julian Lewis Russin, the backs. And this is going to be a false start against Worcester. Second Viking penalty today. And they've both been for early jumps on offense. Push it back 5 yards, and you can't do those things in the championship game. They've done it twice here in the first 7 minutes. On each of their first 2 drives as well. Second and 14. Man in motion. And a fake. Roll out. It's Robinson under pressure. Robinson is dropped all the way back to the 32-yard line. A huge loss. And with the sack, Andrew Rodriguez taking him down. It's a loss of about 15 right there. Unbelievable. And what a turn of events. Second sack today, first for the Ocean State Elite. So the line to gain is the 38-yard line. They're at their own 32. That makes it 3rd and 30. And a timeout will be called by the Worcester Vikings here with 3:44 to go in the first quarter. A 16-yard loss on the sack. And that one hurts. 3rd and 30, we return here on Fans Only Sports Network. Ocean State with an 8-point lead over Worcester. Robinson coming back to an empty backfield now, taking a bad sack there. Definitely not pleased with himself after that. 3rd and 30. This one snapped on the ground, and Robinson has to sit on top of it, and de facto gets sacked. So another loss there. That's going to be another punt situation for this Worcester team. Getting a piece of him on the ground, and credit for the sack, Elijah Waddle Adams. Yeah, it's a loss of 6 on the play, so 4th down, 36. They're punting again. But not a good snap right there. And now the last time we saw a snap on a punt, it went over the head of the punter. This one got away. Braden Vacken got away. This returned, picked up at the 45, going to cut inside. And still going down to the 34-yard line. That is where Ocean State will start their 3rd drive already with an 8-0 lead. 2:43 to go here in the opening quarter as well. Handoff right up the middle. And good gain there on 1st down for Sam Brady Kohler. Able to pick up 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Going to throw deep. Got Reyes again. Reyes goes up and makes the catch for his 2nd touchdown. 30 yards. 2 catches, 2 bombs, 2 scores for Carlos Reyes. And the Ocean State Elite up 2 scores. They go right back to it. Unbelievable. Now going for 2. They got their first 2-point try. Can they do it again? Para going to keep it himself. Para extends for the goal line. Did he get in? Got pushed backwards at the end of the play, though. No good. Stays a 14-0 game, but the Ocean State Elite looking elite here in the first quarter. Second kickoff coming up here for Ocean State. Kickoff now from the 40. With 2 minutes, 1 second left here in the first quarter. So Reyes, both touchdowns coming on 2nd down plays. Para, 2 first quarter touchdown passes. Looking smooth. This offense is chugging right here. Long kick. Caught the 15. On the return for Worcester is Tate and Weeks gets dropped. At about the 23-yard line, that is where the Vikings will begin their third drive. They've punted on their first two possessions here. So Worcester looking to mount a comeback, or at least get something on the board. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter, and they've moved it well when they have, but a couple of penalties, some sacks too that we've seen two of on that last drive is killing them. Here's Robinson. Under pressure, gets sacked again. Another sack, third of the first quarter. And that time on the takedown is Cesar Renteria Jr. That's the fourth sack of the first quarter for Ocean State Elite. I know I just said the third, but that's the fourth sack. And now second down and about 20. Robinson throws it in the turf, incomplete. Looking for Ocasio Minor that time, and now it's third and forever. Call it 3rd and 20. This team, they're comfortable throwing the ball. I mean, haven't looked too bad doing it, but just the pass protection has not been there. The rush from the OC Elite has been too much. You're on many of these crucial pass plays. Different quarterback in. It's not Robinson this time. Instead, it's Pagnazzi trying to keep it himself, and he gets dropped. And that'll set up another punt situation. Pagnazzi only able to get... Actually lost a yard on the play, so 4th and 21 now. And they're going to punt for the third straight possession. Clock will roll down to 10 seconds. So they have to snap it. Vatchin is wondering. He does snap it. The kick takes a friendly bounce, and Pagnazzi will kill it at the 41. That is where he downs it, and that ends the first quarter. It's been all Ocean State. 14-0 the score. 4 sacks, 2 touchdowns for the OC Elite. They have looked like the better team in all areas of the game here in the first 12 minutes. As when we come back, 12 more minutes on the clock. Ocean State with the ball and a short field looking to extend this lead to 3 scores. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. Second quarter action, first down for the O'Shea Lees. We flip sides as well. Parra hands it off on first down, and it's going to be a gain of a yard that time for Brady Kohler. That was actually Angelo Gomez, rather, getting the yard. Right up the middle this time on 2nd and 9, and try to catch him off guard. Couldn't really do it that well. And now it's third down. And that was Diaz on the carry. So fourth different ball carrier. Actually, no gain there. And it's 3rd and 9 for Ocean State. So you're a minute and change into this second quarter, and the clock will take a little pause there. First timeout called by either team today, and it's Ocean State with 10:50 to go in the first half for a 3rd and 9. This is the first third down that they'll face here today since the first drive of the game, as I should say. Taking the timeout, and first for the team, 3 timeouts each half. Just a reminder to everybody. And, they have not been afraid to go long. Carlos Reyes with 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter for the Elite. As Parra, the quarterback, Nathan Parra, has just put it right on the money here on both those occasions. Looking to see what he does here on third down. 3rd and 9. Parra takes, looking right, hangs in the pocket, steps up, finds some space, gets outside. It'll be a little bit short, but gets some modest yards down to the 35-yard line for 5 yards on that one. His first carry today, and it will set up 4th down and 4. And with the momentum that the Elite have right now, you think they ought to go for it here on 4th and just 4 yards to go. So Parra will go back to the huddle here. 31-yard line is the yard to gain. Parra did a great job of turning nothing into something on that one as well. Try to get the hard count. Didn't work. Parra looking left, fires that way. High and dropped by Martin. Nigel Martin, that's his first target today, and he had the first down, but he dropped the ball. Incomplete. And as a turnover on downs by the Ocean State Elite. Tough drop there for Martin, the big fella. Parra's saying, my bad, tapping his chest, but I mean, I went right through Martin's hands on that play. Unable to hold on. Now, the Vikings back on the field for the 4th time. They've ran 10 plays. They've been sacked 4 of them. It's been ugly here for Worcester in the first half. Now Pagnazzi lined up at quarterback. Robinson is not, and Pagnazzi will keep it himself here on the direct handoff, lunging forward for a gain of 2. His first carry today. So he had one on the last play of the last drive. So that's his first carry of positive yardage here in this game. Ryan Pagnozzi, who is listed actually on our roster as an O lineman / D lineman. Doesn't look like that here in this one. And he'll line back up at quarterback with a split backfield here. Got Gomez. And to his right, jump ball, this one incomplete. He was looking for Ocasio Minor, who has the only pass completion in this game for Worcester. That one incomplete on the jump ball. Didn't really have a chance. And that makes it 3rd down and 8. Stops the clock with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Robinson back in at QB on 3rd down. 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Robinson looks, throws, passes caught. Ocasio Minor is about a yard shy of the first, and it'll be 4th and a yard. And you best believe the Vikings are going for this. Second catch here for Ocasio Minor to hit today. 2 catches, 20 yards. 4th and a yard now, though, and they've punted their first 3 times out, and they are not going to here, as this is the best chance they have, really, to keep a drive going. Sharp play to go for. They got the big fella in the backfield here. I believe that is, we don't have 67 on our roster, but oh my goodness. Flags flying, and this is going to be, they said 12 guys on the field. 12 men on the field against the elites. See a count now. That looks like 12. That looks like 11, but somebody must have came off. But it's going to be a 1st down. So, by virtue of a penalty there. So forget the 4th and 1 play. It's a 1st down and 10 for Worcester. The 49-yard line. Robinson, split backfield, looking, throwing deep, downfield. Pagnozzi jump ball. It's caught to the 29. Good for 22. Pagnozzi getting hyped on the sideline. A little moss right there to get him deep inside Ocean State territory. Longest play of the game for Worcester today. And Pagnozzi, who's been the jack of all trades, lining up in the backfield at quarterback. That time split out wide, able to pick up a huge gain. Mark it at the 30-yard line. Hand off. Left side, nothing. Got dropped. Great play there. Defensively by Jonathan Audette to bring down Andrew Simpson Jr. for a loss of about 5 on that play. Call it 2nd and 15 now. So just when they have a huge play, they go backwards again. Robinson awaits the snap. Looking in the direction of Ocasio Minor as the elite. I think they said Ocasio Minor jumped. No call. Quick slant for him. It's caught. And he's able to pick up about 4 on the play there into some traffic. And also avoid a big hit there as well. And it's going to be 3rd down. And they only give him about 3 on the play. So 3rd and 12 coming up. Third catch for Ocasio Minor. Third straight completion for Robinson as well. We'll throw here on third down again. Robinson, they're 0 for 4 on third. Robinson is sacked. Ball came out. Worcester able to get back on top of it. And that's the 5th sack for Ocean State. It's Rodriguez with the takedown. Fumble recovery that time by the lineman, Michael Akabong. And it is a big loss on the play. Loss of 8 makes it 4th and 20. 5th sack, 2nd for Rodriguez today. And Worcester now 0 for 5 on third down. Going for it on 4th. They got the 4th down earlier with the penalty, but they not had a true 4th down attempt. And they're going to go for it here. Down 14-0 with 4:20 to go in the first half. Once again has Robinson in the split backfield with Gomez and Reyes next to him. This one incomplete. Sorry, with a couple guys next to it. Knocked down, it was Lewis Russin. And then the intended receiver was Justin Vick right there. And it is a turnover on downs for the Vikings. The pass got deflected at the line, and Ocean State taking over at the 40. Just over 4 minutes. First half, 4-minute drill for Parra and company, who starts under center. Parra on the end around. And loss of a couple on the play there. Didn't have a chance that time. And on the carry that time was Nasir Lopes. 6th different ball carrier for Ocean State here in the first half. That one a loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12. Timeout called by Ocean State. Their 2nd timeout that they've called here in the first half. We'll take one too. 14-0 for the Ocean State Elite, looking to get one on the board before the end of the first half. Pitching a shutout here in Providence. We'll be right back for the 3-minute drill. All right, 2nd and 12 now. Following the timeout, that was the 2nd timeout taken by the Elite. Parra has his man in motion. Toss play, left side. And getting some modest yards there was Sam Brady Collar. Down to the 44-yard line for about 6. Mark at the 45, so that's more than half the yards they needed now, and it's 3rd and 5. Ocean State 0 for 2 on third down. Sam Brady Collar with 4 carries that leads the team today. Everybody else has just 1. The other 5 ball carriers, but Sam Brady Collar 4 carries in this game for 11 yards. The rushing attack has not been great for the Elite, as most of their offense came on those 2 big touchdown plays to Carlos Reyes. 3rd down and 5. I formation here in the backfield as Parra will hand it off left side. And he's still going. Breaks out of it. Are you kidding me? Down the sideline. That's going to be a touchdown. And diving in emphatically for 6. "45 yards on the run for James Harris Fairley. 50 yards actually, and it's a 20-point lead for Ocean State. Found the hole and just burst through it. And what a way to get the first 3rd down conversion today for the Ocean State Elite. 50-yard touchdown run. Excuse me, 55-yard touchdown run. It's a 2-point try. Parra gives right up the gut, and they get it. No, they say no. He said, I thought that was in for sure, but goal line stuff. No good for Nasir Lopes on the carry. And it'll stay 20-0. What a run from Harris Fairley. He broke out of the tackle, the line of scrimmage there. Ends up putting on the Jets for a 55-yard score, and Ocean State up 3 scores. Two minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first half. This might be an onside kick, it looks like. I doubt it is, but yeah, it is actually. Onside kick. Worcester gets on top of it. So they weren't fooling them right there, as the Vikings are going to start at their own 46. 2:03 for Robinson and Pignazzi. I mean, whoever's playing quarterback and company to try to get on the board. So they'll actually start the 47, and it looks like it will be Robinson who's playing quarterback. Split backfield here with Vic and Gomez, and almost a false start, and they do call a false start on Vic. Moved in the backfield there, and that's a good call. Well before the snap. Third penalty against the Vikings here today. And they've all been false starts. Had back-to-back on their first 2 drives, and now they got one here in the 2-minute drill. Makes it 1st and 15. Play action here for Robinson. Fires over the middle. It's caught, rather, by Ocasio Minor in traffic. Makes the catch and gets about 11 on the play to the 48-yard line. Good gain there of 10. And that's the fourth catch of the first half for Ramil Ocasio Minor. Fourth straight completion for Robinson. Now third down. They fire for Pagnazzi, and that one's caught for the first down. And that is the first third down conversion today for Worcester, who will take their first time out here with 1:19 on the clock. Second catch for Pagnazzi. Worcester taking their first here in the 2-minute drill. Sure, that won't be the last they take either, but Ariel Robinson, after starting off slow, he's completed his last 5 passes, dating back the last couple of drives for 50 yards. 3 of those balls to Ocasio Minor, and then 2 of them to Pagnazzi, including that jump ball we saw earlier. That was a thing of beauty. Play action here for Robinson on first down. Spins, going all the way back to his own side of the field. Robinson gets a block. He'll take off and gets ripped from behind. The ball came out. It's a live play. It's picked up by Aris Fairley in the open field. There are a couple flags down, but Aris Fairley, with Pagnazzi chasing him, gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Unbelievable. And now Robinson is also down on the field as well. He got rocked, lost the ball. Aris Fairley for 6. There were a couple flags down for, I believe, a blindside block. Unbelievable. Wow. Robinson is in pain. Let me tell you that. He is slow to get up. And for now, it is a touchdown on the field. James Aris Fairley. This stands. It'll be his second touchdown of 50-plus yards this quarter. Robinson able to get up, getting some claps from the audience as well. And OC Elite, they're saying it's just the offense going out on the field. So it looks like that it was not a touchdown. I mean, I'm not really sure why it wasn't. Let's see where they put this ball with 53 seconds left in the first half. I mean, what a turn of events. When Worcester looked like they had something going for them, this defense for the Ocean State Elite, absolutely demonstrative here in this first half. And they're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. That's where they said Aris Fairley was down. And man, I thought that was a touchdown, but they said Aris Fairley was short, so it'll be first and goal at the 1. This is actually the first goal to go we've had in either games here today. Para under center. Harris Fairley not in the game here. Thought that I'm going to try to get him a touchdown, but not quite. Para, handoff right up the gut. Backpedaling in and pushed forward for a touchdown. Diaz. Ocean State up 4 touchdowns now. And Wilfredo Diaz gets the score. Set up by the Harris Fairley fumble recovery. Handoff up the middle, trying to get in, and nothing there. So 26-0 the score now. For the Ocean State Elite. And let's see what the situation is on offense now for Worcester after just losing their quarterback right there. He's going to miss at least one play because he had the medical staff help him off the field. Now the kick back off. Last time they had the kickoff, it was an onside kick. See if they do that again. Here's the kick. From the 20-yard line on the return. Full steam ahead right up the middle of the field for Taton Weeks, and he's down to the 40. And Worcester, 38 seconds, a couple timeouts. Flag came out as well. And I think it's against the Vikings. Didn't really see what the call was, but they got down to the 44. Let's see where they spot this thing now with the penalty. Yeah, it's against Worcester. 38 seconds to go. Push it back to the 25-yard line. 3 penalties now. 4 penalties against the Vikings now, going for 40 yards. Or 30 yards, rather. Pagnazzi in a quarterback here for the Vikings. Now they're getting one more guy coming down the field late. It's Vochan who goes in the backfield here. Pagnazzi will fake it to him. Roll out left. Pagnazzi throws it up in the air. This one up for grabs. Ocasio Minor incomplete, but a flag. He got grabbed right there by Christopher Hockhausen, and that is going to be pass interference, I believe, against Ocean State. Pagnazzi throwing against the body on that play. And it works out for them because they get a pass interference. So, pretty good chunk of yards right there. And a fresh set of downs. Down to the 40. 41. Pagnazzi rolling out left, following a pump fake, and Pagnazzi, a little high step. It's a good gain out to the 46-yard line, and they're back into Ocean State territory right there. Good for about 13 on the play. Third rush for Pagnazzi today, and you can kind of just feel some of the life sucked out of this offense after the loss of their quarterback last drive. Not good. Pagnazzi keeping it afloat right here. 19 seconds, 2 timeouts for the Vikings. Ball at the 47-yard line. Nazi, quick fake, throw off his back foot. This one is tipped, incomplete, almost. Could have been a house call right there for Adrian Alves if he saw it about a second earlier. Pass for Lewis Russin, incomplete, and now second down. So Worcester, they're going to receive the second half kickoff as well. Second and 10, 14 seconds. He's still, like I said, they still have 2 timeouts. Split backfield for Pagnazzi. Looking left, going over the middle this time. It's intercepted, picked off with a convoy across midfield and down the 45-yard line on the INT. It is Diaz, who we saw have the touchdown. And that actually ends the first half. They have no more time, but Diaz with the pick, second takeaway in a row here for Ocean State, and the disastrous first half for Worcester finally comes to an end. The Ocean State Elite with a 26-0 lead over the Worcester Vikings at halftime. We'll be right back here for half number 2 on Fans Only Sports Network. for the second half. Worcester will get the ball to begin the third quarter, down 26-0. And what has been nothing close of a good game. Tim Duffy brings it back here live from Providence for the 14U Standard Championship game between the Worcester Vikings and the Ocean State Elite. With Ocean State truly dominating this one here in the first half. Here's the kick. Weeks from the 20. Tries to cut it up the middle and gets down to about the 35-yard line. That is where Worcester will begin their first drive of the second half. And let's see if Robinson is coming back in this game. It doesn't really look like it. No, Pagnazzi going to remain the quarterback. He just threw an interception on his last pass, but he's athletic, he's versatile, he's able to get done when he can. And run it right up the middle. And gets to the line of scrimmage. That's all. No gain for Pagnazzi. Second down. I will say, I said this last game, but some of these rosters we have, there are some things that may not be accurate completely. So if there's anything we need to fix, you can DM us on Instagram at FO Sports with a Z. FOSBORTZ. Let us know. Let us know. If there's anything, we should work on. So second down and 10. Split backfield. Pagnazzi fires left side. Ocasio Minor dropped it incomplete. Broken up, and now he's down. Another injury here, and probably the two best players on offense today, Robinson, Ocasio Minor, both down, and now everybody taking a knee and taking an injury timeout as well. 26-0, still the score. Third down coming up. Following the injury timeout, it is now third down and 10. 35. And you hate to see guys get injured, especially when the scoreboard looks like this. It's like what happened to Ocasio Minor right there. I mean, it's just the worst. You hate to see it, truly. Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to go long. Up in the air. This one incomplete. Just out of reach for Elijah Kelly that time. And now it's 4th. And the Vikings now 1 of 7 on 3rd down. They're also 0 for 1 on 4th, and it looks like they're going to go for it here, down 26-0. Why not? Fourth and 10, Pagnazzi gonna go deep again. This one downfield, it is going to be incomplete, broken up. And they want a flag, they're gonna get a flag. And honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, there was no flag right there, but they gave it to him anyways. That was Dayton Weeks, the intended receiver. And they're gonna call a PI or something, but yeah, I mean, that's a terrible call. I know you're gonna give a team like this a little break in a championship, down 26-0, but yeah, there was no penalty right there, but they called anyways. It was a late flag as well. Just completely clean. I mean, I don't know what the official was even looking at right there, but 15 yards. And Ocean State, that's the second defensive pass interference against them today. And puts the ball at midfield. Second, 4th down that they've converted via penalty, the Vikings, and now it's 1st and 10 at midfield. Pagnazzi fires, intercepted, or was it? No, it went through the hands of Rodriguez. He was looking for John Quinones. What would you do? Hopefully you understand that reference. Yes, I was so hyped when I saw John Quinones was on this team. No. And hope John knows he's a legend. 2nd and 10. Pagnazzi 0 for 5 through the air. Actually 0 for 6. They'll keep it this time. And Pagnazzi got a yard. 3rd down now. They're down to 9. I just want to go back to that pass interference. I mean, what do you want those two kids to do, the two defensive backs? Stand there and let them catch it? I mean, very minimal contact that was able to keep this Worcester drive alive. And it's now 3rd down, so 3rd and 9. From the 49, and Vikings have not been in Ocean State territory all too much today. It's their first snap there in quite some time. Pagnazzi going to throw, fires downfield. It is incomplete, broken up. Great defensive play that time by Nasir Lopes, looking for Andrew Simpson, and now it's 4th down again. Pagnazzi 0 for 7 through the air. And they will go for it on 4th down for the 3rd time today. I guess the 4th time, but 2 of them penalties were able to help them convert. So See if we can get a true fourth down attempt with 9:11 to go here in the third. Nothing going right for this Viking offense here today, and will be interesting to see how Ocean State plays it offensively if they're able to get a stop here for the rest of this third quarter. So 1:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Providence. Next game slated to start at 2 o'clock. And this is going to be offside against Ocean State. So 4th and 9 will become 4th and 4 now. Well, coming up next, we have the Worcester Cowboys and the Tenfold Storm. Like I said, that game at 2 o'clock. This game did start early, too, at the early conclusion of our first game that we had. But now it's 4th down and 4. Pagnazzi with one back to his right. Usually he's got two, but now just one. He's going to fire deep over the middle. It's caught for a first down. First completion goes to Elijah Kelly, and it couldn't have come at a better time right there. Gain of 15. That's the first catch by someone not named Pagnazzi or Casio Minor, and Pagnazzi now playing quarterback, and Ocasio Minor just got knocked out of the game. So from the 29 now. Looking, throwing deep. This one is going to be intercepted with one hand and dropped. Oh my goodness. That would have been sick. But he couldn't hang on. He couldn't discipline himself after that too. I mean, oh my goodness. He can't believe it. An unsuccessful clip farm right there, but Carlos Reyes, who has 2 touchdown receptions here today on offense, almost just had the best defensive play we've seen here at Brown University all day, but could not hang on. And now makes it 2nd down and 10. So drops Pagnazzi to 1 for 9. That was a wobbler too. Hand it off. They haven't ran it in a while. Here's the big boy. He fumbles the ball, and Rhode Island, or Ocean State has it. Ocean State has it. And it's Eris Fairley with his 2nd fumble recovery today. So a turnover there. It was Giovanni Roper on his first carry today, fumbling the football, and the 3rd turnover for the Vikings here in this one. Unbelievable. And I think, if the rules are the same as our first game, I think one more touchdown here would result in a running clock. Not completely sure, though. I mean, I know there's different age groups, different rankings of the NEYT. This is the standard league, so for example, the last game was the Premier League, but we'll see how it goes. And Para and company will start from their own 30. Another takeaway here, though, for Ocean State. Man in motion, they're going to toss and looking to redirect. Not going to go anywhere. Now a man down. There's Gomez on the run. Man down is Tyler Eke. Lost 2 on the play, and another injury to a Viking. That's 3 in the last, about 6 minutes of game time. Injuries have not been friendly to anybody here today. Okay, able to get back on his 2 feet and come off the field, though. The Worcester Vikings about 35, 40-minute ride home. This one's going to sting. With the injuries and the scoreboard as well, and there's a lot of football left, though, of course. Parra under center. Backs in the eye. Toss play left side for Gomez, who finds a hole. Angelo Gomez gets the first down a whole lot more. Gomez across midfield, putting on the Jets. Gomez to the 20, still in bounds to the 10-yard line. Oh, baby. 62 yards for Gomez. And they're saying, go, get on the ball. Go quick. Let's go. Let's do this. 62-yard gain. That's the longest play for either team today. First and goal on the end around. And nothing. Got thrown to the turf. There's Noah Lopez that time. He loses 4 on the play. 7th different ball carrier tonight. Not tonight, this afternoon for Ocean State, with just under 7 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Second and goal from the 14. I made a motion again. Toss play to Gomez again, and that's a loss of about 3. It's gotten ugly now. So it makes it third and goal now from the 17. Parra going to keep it himself. Parra gets around the edge, out of bounds at the 10. We'll stop the clock. Mark it at the 11. 5:50 now to go, and Parra now be fourth and goal after the 6-yard run. Parra 2 carries, 11 yards, and Ocean State bench below us telling the defense to get ready. Clock will continue to wind. They're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. Only one fourth down attempt for Ocean State. It was on this side of the field earlier on that drop by Adonijah Martin. On a 4th and 4. This one a little bit tougher here on 4th and 11. Parra, play fake, throw, end zone, it's dropped, incomplete, off the fingertips of his intended man, and it's incomplete, and could have been a touchdown right there. Turnover on downs for the second time from Ocean State today, so no scoring here in this third quarter just yet. It's been a long quarter, though, I'll tell you that. Worcester set up at their own 11. 89 yards away from pay dirt. Nazi going to hand it off. And it's the man who just fumbled right there, Giovanni Roper, and he's able to get 3 on the carry. So, got some other guys involved here. Second down and 7. Pagnazzi fake throw. Pass is caught by Weeks, and he gets a first down. Out to the 21-yard line, right where they needed to get to, and it's good for a gain of about 9 on the play. Mark him at the 23. First down. Just the second completion from Pagnazzi today. Pagnazzi, little pump. Gonna go deep, got hit on the release for Weeks. Intercepted. Picked off. A big defensive play there. It's the 4th takeaway for Ocean State here today. Getting the pick on that play, it's Carlos Reyes, who we saw. The second interception by Pagnazzi today. Reyes with the pick. And Worcester with their 4th giveaway. It's been ugly. Ocean State looking to go up 5 scores on this drive. I mean, they've not scored in their last couple of drives. That's their last drive, but looking to get back to that potent level of offense that they're so used to playing at. From the 48 is where they begin this drive. So another good starting field position start for the Ocean State Elite. And in motion, Para throws the screen. This is caught. This is a first down play, and it's a gain of about 5. Give him 4, actually. Over to Noah Lopez on the screen. They haven't had to throw it all too much. It's only the 5th pass of the game. That's the first completion since the second Reyes touchdown earlier for Para. And it makes it 2nd and 6. Sure, they'd like to get him some, reps throwing the ball, obviously. 7 different ball carriers in this game. Only 2 different pass catchers for the Elite. And in motion, it's Martin. They're going to give it to him on the end around. Martin has a first down, a whole lot more. Martin on the sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Adonijah Martin takes it 48 yards for 6. And Ocean State up 32-0 on his first carry today. And now the clock is officially running. So it will not stop with it being over 28 points of a lead. So unless Worcester's able to punch one in, it will stay a running clock. So they're going to kick this extra point with on the lineman, it looks like. And here is the extra point. It is Sky high. Did it go across? No, did not. That went sailing right there, but he missed it. So anyways, 32-0. That's what it'll stay at here with now a minute to go in the third quarter. So presumably this will fasten the start of the next game between Tenfold and the Worcester Cowboys. I was scheduled to start at 2 p.m. It's about 35 minutes away from there, so it could start at 2 p.m. still, but we're not all too worried about that just yet. Ocean State, though, they are 12 minutes and 30 seconds away now from hoisting the 14U championship trophy. And the trophies are here, beautiful, almost like Lombardi trophies. They're gray and have a football on top. Not made of the same, products, but they look good. They look very good. It would be cool to post up with on Instagram or whatever these kids use nowadays, TikTok. But that ends the third quarter before the kickoff can even happen. 0-0's on the clock, or none of the players are realizing it. They're going to have to flip sides as well, just for the love of the game. 32-0 the score. Ocean State up after 36 minutes, dominating the Worcester Vikings. Adnaja Martin gets the touchdown to get the clock running, and we'll be right back here for quarter number 4. We'll stay here, actually, because they're going to go quickly with it. But this has been nothing short of a blowout. And it looked like it was almost going to be close earlier. I mean, the Vikings had some good traction on offense, had a couple of really good plays, and the injury to Ariella Robinson, the quarterback, and the receiver one, Ramil Ocasio Minor, has taken them out of contention to have a good game here. This one gets down to the 33-yard line for John Quinones, asking himself, what would you do? Last time I'll say that, I promise, but it's one of the best names I've seen on the roster. It's the best name I saw on the roster on any of these 8 teams we're doing today. So, 1st and 10 from the 35 now. For Worcester. Thanks to all of our viewers we have right now, as some of them are starting to head out with the outcome of this game. The fate is pretty much sealed. And off, Pagnazzi actually kept it himself, rather, and he goes, luckily, back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Five carries, 14 yards for Pagnazzi. So 2 games up to this point, both have been blowouts here in Providence. In fact, not even just blowouts, but 2 donuts put on the scoreboard. I mean, we just had the Rock Hoppers versus Top Gun in the 13U matchup right before this. That game, 34-0. And this game right here, 32-0. So, Pagnazzi under pressure after the play-action fake, and he will lower the shoulder and get a couple of yards there. So, some positive yardage, making a dead play into at least a little bit of something. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. And 3rd down has not been friendly to Worcester today. They're 1 of 8 on 3rd down. Looking to get their 9th. Sorry, looking to convert their 9th attempt. 8 yards away. Ignazi gonna go deep. Off his back foot, overthrown, picked off. Intercepted, third pick. And fifth takeaway here, still going, cutting across the field here. And that's Eris Fairley, I believe. No, rather it's Nasir Lopes with the INT. There's a flag down as well. And the third interception thrown by the Worcester Vikings. Another takeaway. 8:22 and counting down. Let's see what the flag is, though. This flag was thrown after the interception. So the interception, it looks like it's going to count. Yeah, it's going to count, but the penalty is going to bring it back to the 46. So I'm assuming it was a blindside block for 15 yards. It's tough seeing the signals with these refs. I mean, they don't really make too much. I guess they only do it like once super quick, but it is another turnover, though. Nasir Lopes with the third pick on Pagnazi. Seven minutes and change, and let's see if Ocean State can get up to 40 piece. Nursing this 32-point lead. The whistle's blowing everywhere, and this will be a timeout called by Ocean State. And the timeout in the running clock actually does not stop the clock, believe it or not. So it's going to keep on roaming down. And the elite, I mean, they know they're 7 minutes away from a Gatorade bath and a celebratory team picture or whatever they want to do to cherish the victory here, but they're just calling some timeouts, and maybe should use another one if the clock's going to keep running, prevent any chance of injury or anything to these young guys in their last game of the year. Let's see how they decide to do it, though. So now 1st and 10. Bobbling the handoff. The snap. Parra going deep down the field. A jump ball is caught. Gomez inside the 10, still going. And he's pushed out the 9. It's good for 37 yards. And Parra showing off the arm. 1st and goal again for Ocean State. First catch for Gomez. We saw him have a 62-yard run earlier. He has a 36-yard catch now there. .98 all-purpose yards in 2 plays. His other remaining plays are good for -4 yards, so 94 on the day for Gomez, but comes off here on 1st and goal. Parra going to throw. Looks. Goes out to his left. Has the angle. Parra has the touchdown. 10-yard scamper, and Ocean State now up 38-0. Para, 38 points for Ocean State. It's the most from any team today now. It's past the 34 rather, that Top Gun scored last game. False start on the 2-point try attempt. Gonna bring it back to the 8-yard line. Para, another flag down. This one incomplete, but flag before the play. Let's see what it is. Might be another pre-snap penalty, which would, yeah. It was, but the penalty got declined, which you can decline false starts, I guess, in youth tackle football. But there's 2 minutes to go. 38 points for Ocean State, 0 for the Vikings. So Worcester is going to have one more quick drive as this running clock ticking down to 90 seconds. Going to take their time kicking this too, as we're down to 60 seconds. Now the official finally blows the whistle. And here's the boot. One more chance here for Worcester on the return, and going to squeak through across midfield and gets down to 45. That's Ocasio Minor, who's back in the game after not having been in since the beginning of the third quarter. He lays a shove afterwards. After the play, he shoved Gomez, I believe it was, to the ground. And oh, and now flop. The Ocean State elite players just got a little bit of a shove and jumped on the ground himself. That's going to end the game. Officials just called it, I believe. 10 seconds on the clock anyways. The Ocean State Elite are the 14U champions. A little Gatorade bath, too. They win it here in a shutout. 38-0 the final score. Dominant performance. And that's going to be all she wrote here today. And game number 2 is coming up next. Tenfold Storm and the Worcester Cowboys. Up next here on Fans Only Sports Network. The Elite, or the 14U champions here in 2025. What a game it was. Great plays all around on both sides of the ball for Ocean State. Scored on 6 different touchdown drives. Their last 6 drives, they score on all of them. 5 takeaways as well. And 5 sacks to add on to it. An extraordinary performance from Ocean State. And they will look to come back strong in 2026. We'll see you guys then here on Fans Only Sports Network.